you're asking what's one of the most introverted types among all 16 MBTI personalities, people may say it's INTJs. If you're an introverted person, this video is going to unleash your potential in language learning, because I'm telling you, although language learning is all about communications, do not underestimate the learning ability of an introverted person, especially the INTJs, because they are master at all structured, analytical, and independent learning. If you're new here, I'm Rachelle, the UK boss mama. I'm a British Hong Konger living in the UK, and I grew up speaking 6 languages. I've been learning French for 2 years on a weekly basis, and I'm now officially and seriously preparing for my exam on French Level 1, which is happening in 2 weeks. On this channel, you'll benefit from my language learning tips, perspectives on cultural differences, immigrations, and working towards life goals. In my previous video, I talked about how an ENFJ personality can help unlock their language learning and what strategies would be most suitable and effective for them. In this video, I'm covering another personality type, which is the opposite traits, INTJ. MBTI, which is also called the Myers-Briggs system, categorizes 16 personality types that are powerful and widely used in many corporations worldwide. There are no best or worst personalities in one team, only the most suitable personality for a particular team. So a balanced team with people having different mindsets, strengths, and perspectives is always the best. The same goes for learning a language. There isn't one greatest personalities for language learning, but only the best strategies that fit your personality. If you feel comfortable and know how to motivate yourself, you can unlock your full potentials. Back to INTJ. So INTJ refers to introversion, intuition, thinking, and judging. While INTJ are certainly among the most introverted personality type, it's difficult to definitively say that they are the most introverted type of person. However, the combination of introversion, intuition, thinking, and judging often makes them one of the most reserved and independent types of MBTI. So why INTJs appear highly introverted? The first reason is about the independence. INTJs prefer working alone and are less concerned with socializing. They find fulfillment in intellectual challenges rather than external validation. They are independent and self-motivated, and they value autonomy and are often driven by their internal standards and goals rather than the external pressures. The second attribute of INTJs is their excellence focus on achieving goals. INTJs are strategic thinkers. They're brilliant at seeing the big picture and developing long-term plans. They prefer to approach problems with a logical, analytical mindset. They invest a lot of energy into long-term plans and goals, which often require deep concentration and making social interaction secondary. They're also focused and determined. INTJs are known for their persistence and concentrations when pursuing their interests. They're often willing to put their effort to achieve their goals. Then it leads to the following character of their selective social interactions. So INTJs are highly selective about the people they spend time with, often preferring intellectual or strategic discussions over casual or emotional exchange. They are reserved and private, tending to keep their thoughts and feelings to themselves, so they might find social interaction draining, The fourth attribute is their analytical and objective thinking. INTJ prioritize rationality and objectivity in their decision-making process. They are less swayed by emotions and more by facts and data. They are also innovative and open-minded, enjoying the exploration of new ideas and concepts. We see the kind of perfectionistic in which the INTJs often set high standards for themselves and others and can be critical of anything that doesn't meet their expectations. INTJ have some tribes or neighbors, so they are INFP, INFJ, and ISTP can also be highly introverted, but then they express their introversion differently. But then when it comes to language learning, what are the most effective yet comfortable ways for INTJs to learn a new language? Let's break it down with real-life examples and tools. The first strategy is certainly the structured learning with clear goals. INTJs are so happy on organizations and planning, setting specific measurable goals, and creating a structured study plan will cater to their preference for order and long-term strategies. While INTJs prefer structure, incorporating some flexibility into their learning routine can help prevent burnout. Occasional changes in methods or resources can keep their interest high and accommodate evolving needs. For example, an INTJ could set a goal to achieve conversational fluency in Spanish within 6 months. They might create a detailed study plan with weekly milestones, such as mastering specific grammar points or vocabulary lists. To set progressive goals, an INTJ might initially use structured apps like Duolingo, but later switch to a more advanced resources like native language books or conversation practice as their skills improve. In this case, I recommend the app Anki, which is great for spaced repetition and vocabulary building. I've been using it to create my list of French vocabulary cards, and I can study them with flashcards. I can record audio clips to familiarize myself with pronunciation, and I can translate the word. You can even categorize the words so it becomes your personalized dictionary. For goal setting, I recommend tools like Trello or Notion. These are the project management tools where you can organize your study schedules and track your progress. Notion can also be served as the platform for writing or journaling, where you can clearly sort and organize your notes. Well, for me, I personally use the iPhone's built-in notes, which I find it quite handy. And just because I always use the Notes apps across my different Apple devices, like when a thought suddenly comes up on my mind, I need to record it on my phone immediately. Then the content will be synced automatically to my iPad and my MacBook so that I can keep editing the most updated content when I get a chance to sit in front of my laptop. Alternatively, you might use Good Notes on iPad, which I've been using for years. The choice is entirely up to you. The second strategy is to execute a self-directed study with advanced resources. INTJs enjoy working independently, utilizing advanced language learning resources such as comprehensive textbooks, online courses, or apps with a strong focus on the grammar and vocabulary suit their analytical nature. I use the app Lingui, which is an online dictionary that helped me to instantly check the meanings and pronunciation of the verb whenever I encounter any new words. I also follow a lot of French KOLs and teachers on Instagram, as well as the language learning YouTubers and Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Many of them send free notes if you subscribe to their email list, which would be tempting for INTJs because they can explore and study these in-depth sources independently at their own pace. You can also choose films or documentaries on Netflix with subtitles in your target language that align with your intellectual curiosity. The third strategy is to learn the language through problem solving. I found this strategy particularly true because my husband, who is an INTJ, learned Japanese through playing Japanese video games. Applying the language to solve real-world problems or engage in critical thinking exercises can be stimulating for INTJs. So this approach leverages their problem-solving skills and keep them engaged. For example, using language to work on a project like translating a piece of technical writing or writing a blog about technical trends could be intellectually satisfying for them. INTJs also appreciate detailed feedback and progress checking, so apps that provide analytics on performance are particularly motivating. Duolingo or Lingoda offers performance statistics and personalized practice, which can be a great option for you. Interestingly, would INTJ prefer or enjoy participating in discussions with the native speakers or language experts? I'm putting a question mark here because INTJ may shy away from activities involving other participation. However, such interactions can actually challenge them intellectually and provide insights from people with deep knowledge in that language. It might depend on how introverted that type of INTJ is. By aligning language learning strategies and tools with their natural preferences for structure, autonomy, and intellectual engagement, INTJs can effectively and comfortably master a new language. Again, and I have said, there are no best or worst personalities, but only the best strategies that fit your personalities. If you're able to find the right way to motivate yourself and feel at ease, your learning will be progressing to an unbelievable speed to fully unlock your potentials. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share it with your introverted friends or family. Subscribe to my channel to be notified about all my new videos. As I mentioned, my French Denfang 1 exam is in 2 weeks. In my next video, we'll be studying together. Watch how I've been preparing and what struggles I'm facing and how I overcome them. I'm sure this will inspire you in your language learning journey. See you next time. Bye!